Hi, welcome back to Plutus Property. Today we are in the lounge of the new property that we have purchased. This is currently going through the planning permission process, and I'll be living in the property for the next 3 to 4 months whilst that is happening before the work starts. We are applying for a change of use to a HMO, and because of the size of it, it falls under a unique planning application and not permitted developments for the UK. Stop right there. It would be nice if you explained what that is. So a HMO stands for House of Multiple Occupancy, and what this effectively means is that the house is shared by a number of tenants that share facilities. So whether that be shared bathrooms, shared kitchens, but it's effectively any property in which they are not self-contained flats. So it might be considered a flat if they have their own kitchen and their own bathroom and don't need to share any of the facilities. What is permitted development? Following on from that, permitted development is a section of legislation that came in, I think in 2015, that effectively allowed conversion from standard houses into HMOs in the UK without changing the use or changing the planning on that property. So for example, if I had a 3-bedroom house and I wanted to get permission to convert this into a 4-bed or a 5-bed, or even just to put 3 separate tenants in it, I wouldn't need to go through the planning process. To get that, I would only need a HMO license, or in some circumstances don't even need that. You have to check that with your local council, but we'll continue on. So what we're going to do today is go through the property on a floor-by-floor basis. So going up from the ground floor, have a look at all the rooms in there, what our initial thoughts are on this before. Obviously we've had all of the plans drawn up and everything like that. I'll give you an idea how each floor breaks down and what the property and the condition is like throughout, and some initial thoughts on what we're going to do throughout the property to improve it. So if you want to join me outside, we'll have a little look at the outside first and go from there. So you're now joining me in what will be the lounge. So I'm currently living and sleeping in here, as this is the nicest room in the property. As you can tell from the camera angle, this property has extraordinarily high ceilings, especially on the ground floor. If we get the planning permission for a HMO, we will look to convert this and keep this as the lounge of the property. And got some fantastic space in here, so hopefully we can keep some of the features and make this look fantastic as a room, as it will be a major selling point for the property. So if you join me in the kitchen, I'll show you what of a mess that is. I'll move around a lot. Hi, welcome to the kitchen. So the kitchen is a really good size again. It is very old, it must be at least 20 years old. A lot of damage has been caused to the exterior walls. Look to replace this entire kitchen, redecorate and re-plaster where necessary, and basically give this a really nice modern feel. So hopefully this could be sort of a centre point along with the lounge as the big showy areas of the property. And let's have a little look outside and I'll show you the back of the property and hopefully give you a bit more of a perspective of how it's laid out. Back into the hallway. As you can see, this has some very nice architriving in front of the porch. What's kind of weird what they've done is they've actually put this stud wall in, and as you can see, the architriving carries on the other side. So we'll be taking this stud wall out and making a large open plan hallway. So now I'm in the back room of the property. This area here has no working lights. It's currently has the main boiler just down there. We'll probably look to convert this into a bedroom with an ensuite. I would be stood now in the ensuite. As you can see, it would be a very spacious ensuite area. Yeah, as we go on from here, the quality gets steadily worse. So the front rooms, it's not too bad, but as you go up, it's clearly been neglected a lot more, especially on the second floor, as that is been unlived in for a number of years. So currently in the back room, you might have seen in the outside shot a little blue door, which is just here to my right. This currently goes through to that little shed, falling down shed in the back of the property. But all in all, this area will be converted into a bedroom and ensuite, most likely, depending on what the architects recommend. So as you see, this would be the ensuite. This would then hopefully become the bedroom. Good sized bedroom, again with enormous ceilings up there. So should provide a really spacious and airy feel throughout the property, and really stand it aside from other properties on the market, especially in the HMO side of things where they can get quite boxy rooms, and it should set this property apart really. So just had a little walk around the first floor. So this floor is currently made up of 3 bedrooms, all of which are very large, plenty of space, and each one we will be looking to add an ensuite. So if you cast your mind back to the walk round, the bathroom is just through that wall there. It's currently split between a bathroom and a WC. So what we'd look to do is incorporate that WC into that bathroom into this room to make this an ensuite room. and also look to add en suites into the remaining 2 bedrooms. So if we take a little look at the other 2 bedrooms now, if I can get out. The other 2 bedrooms, especially this one, is a little bit smaller, but still plenty of room. So what we'd look to do is add an en suite into that corner over there, and take out some of the next door room, and effectively make 2 en suites across that gap there between the 2 chimney stacks. So if I take you through into the other room, you will see what I mean in regards to the 2 chimney stacks. So there's the other chimney stack. So what we'd look to do is put 2 en suites between the 2 chimney stacks through the wall. What that will then allow us to do is have 3 en suite rooms on this floor, and also give this room extra. So this room is a rather grotty kitchenette, and what we will either look to is turn this into the en suite for this room if there isn't enough room for the en suites between the 2 chimney breasts. But the other option we've got, which is something we are considering, is keeping this as a kitchen, as this is a stud wall here. So what we can do is knock through there, and that will take us out onto the landing. So that kitchen used to have a door here, as you can see from the crack up the wall. That follows where the door used to be. And yeah, we look to have that as a kitchenette. So this floor would have 3 bedrooms, all with en suites, and possibly a communal toilet, or if we can incorporate this space a little better, we'll see what we can do. See, this floor is a little bit messier than the others. I've started a little bit of the rip out work up here, but also the general condition is a lot worse. So as you saw in the back room, the roof has been damaged and water has got in on this floor. There's currently a felt cover across the roof, so one of the first things we're going to have to do is replace the whole roof because it is in terrible condition. So I want to make this into a really nice property. We've got to get that sorted. As you would have been able to tell as well, it has exactly the same layout on this floor as the floor below. So it has the 3 bedrooms, along with a separate bathroom and a small kitchen type area. So in this floor, it's this one here. And as you might be able to tell from the discoloration in here, there has actually been a fire in here. And we spoke to the last owners about this, and she didn't realise for over a year after the tenant left that there'd been a fire up here, because she was struggling to get up the stairs, so she wasn't able to come and check. So this has been completely unloved and unlived in up here for a number of years. But the plan is the same. So what we'd look to do is have this as a bedroom. Just show you around there. With the ensuite in the corners here, if possible. The architect might say that isn't possible and there's a different way of doing it. So when we get the architect's plans back, we'll see how it looks and what we're able to do with it. But if you look at the chimney breasts there, and then if we go into the other room here, the chimney breast comes through again. So I just got scared shitless by a bird. The chimney breast, I put an ensuite between the two and into the room, because as you can tell, this room again is large, spacious with high ceilings, so plenty of space up here to do as we like. So going into the third bedroom, this is where the roof was damaged. Oh, we are gone. We are back. The roof was damaged in here, and this was done before we started any rip out work. And there'd obviously been quite a few birds teetering around up here or shitting through the roof. So that's something that we're going to have to do straight away. But again, this is one of the smaller rooms, but it's still much larger than a standard room in a standard property. So what we'd look to do is attach, as mentioned below, is attach the communal bathroom, which is here, onto that bedroom. So again, you can see the little bird there. I think we have to do something about these big pigeons. They're all over this property, so I'm gonna have to sort that out. But all in all, there's a lot of work to do here. It's going to be a long project, but I'm very much looking forward to it. So we'll see how we get on. So just joining me one floor down again. One thing about this property that I failed to mention before is that it actually has planning permission for a 3-storey house in the back garden. So as you can see the reflection here, this building there is a brick garage, and this building here is a wooden garage, and that, as you can see from that lorry, is another road. So it has a permission to build a 3-storey house facing out onto the road over there. And what we'll look to do is either obtain planning permission for 2 small houses, such as these ones here, but I'm not sure there's enough room for that, or build it, or build on it, or sell the land on. So it really depends on how we feel that we can manage a project and how the other projects are going, as to whether we think we can take this on as well. But it's something else to consider when we bought this property. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video around the property. If you did enjoy it, give us a like. If you've got any questions in regards to what we're doing or any of the properties, do give us a comment down below. For today, that is all, and I'll join you shortly with the next update on the properties. Ta-da! Ta-da! Ta-da!